Hi reception, happy Monday. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Now that we have decided who we're taking on our trip to space, we need to design and label our own rocket. Now, remember when we designed our new bicycle for the Jolly Postman and we talked about how the word design means to decide what it's going to look like, what parts will it have, why does it need these parts, what color will it be, what shape will it be, what size will it be, and does it have a special name? Now, we're going to think about all of these things when we design our own rocket, okay? Now, when we design our rocket, we're first going to draw a picture of what it's going to look like. Now, we all saw my space rocket last week. This was my design that I did for my space rocket. So first, think about the questions that we talked about just now. I've also put in your work pack lots of different pictures of rockets to help you figure out what you would like yours to look like. Then you're going to have a go at drawing it. Okay, I've drawn a kind of triangle shape for the top of my rocket, and it's a long rectangle in the middle. I've got circular windows in the middle. I've used lots of different shapes and really thought about why they need to be certain shapes. Now, once you've drawn your picture of what you want it to look like, you're then going to put labels on it, which we did for our Jolly Postman bicycle as well. So we'll have a read through some of the ones that I've written, and then I will write one more so you can see how I wrote it. Remember, your labels do not need to be full sentences. Okay, they're just short little phrases, a few words to tell people why you've chosen to make something the way it is. So at the top here, right at the top of my rocket, I've put a pointy top to make it go fast. So not only have I said what is there, I've said why I chose to make it that way. I chose for it to have a pointy top to make it go fast. Here, I've put windows to see space. I've not just labeled windows and said what they are, I've said why I've put windows on it. Windows to see space. Here, for the main shape of my rocket, I've put long so me and Lucy can both fit. Remember, Lucy was my sister who I decided I was going to take to space with me. I've made sure it's long enough so me and Lucy can fit inside it. I've said I'm going to make it long, and I've said why I'm going to make it long. Here, I put my name so people know it is mine. Sometimes on space rockets and space shuttles, people put the name of who built it so that if anyone else sees it in space, they know who the rocket's from. And at the bottom, I put, this is where the fire comes out. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different labels there that give a lot of information about why I've chosen to make my rocket the way it is. Now I'm going to write one more so you can see me do it. At the top, I'm going to draw a line coming off of it. And I want to explain that the reason it's this bright color, the reason it's red, is so that when it's in space, people can see it really clearly. If we have a look at these pictures here, some of these rockets have bright colors on them so that people can easily spot it. So I'm going to put red in the space. So, keyword, so, finger space, but I'm not going to fit my word here, so I'm going to go down underneath. People in the space can in the space see in the space it. Red, so people can see it. Right, I'm happy with that. So remember reception, you draw what you want it to look like, think about all the questions we talked about, and then explain in your labels what you've done and why you've chosen to do it like that. Have fun, reception.